Hello friends. So today's topic is pumping lemma for context free language. Okay. As we know that there are two pumping lemma. Okay. One pumping lemma is for regular language and another pumping lemma is for context free language. So the pumping lemma of regular language we already discussed that in this we can say that by pumping lemma of regular language we can prove that for a particular language is not regular. Okay, so in the similar manner, pumping lemma for context free language is a tool which is used to prove that a particular language is not context free. So for that purpose, first we see that what is a pumping lemma state. It states that for any context free language, suppose if L is a context free language, then it is possible to find two substrings that can be pumped, or you can say that can be raised any number of times and still be in the same language. The same language is again L. Then the language is called context free language. But this pumping lemma is used to prove that the particular language is not context free. So for that purpose we take a language L. Okay, then we divide this language, or you can say we take a string W from this language L, and then we divide this string into 5 parts, 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, and then we pump, or we can say then we raise this second string and the fourth string. From this 5 length string, we only raise the second string and the fourth string to prove that a particular language is not context free. So it is also used as a tool to prove that a language is not context free language. So there are some steps to follow, that if a language L is a context free, then in this language there exists an integer C, which is or you can say this integer is a pumping length. Okay, such that for all x, this x is a string which comes from this language. So for all x which belongs to this L, with the length of the string x is greater than or equal to this pumping length C, then there exist these 5 parts. So as we discussed that this string W will be divided into 5 length string, in which we can say this is U, this is V, this is W, X and Y. Okay, so we have to split this string W into 5 parts, and only we raise the second string and the fourth string by some power of I. So for that, so after the splitness of this W, if the following these 3 conditions are satisfied at the same time, then we can say that language is a context free. Otherwise the language is not context free. So what are the rules? So the first rule is, after splitting this string X into U, V, W, X, Y, we follow first condition is that for all I is greater than or equal to 0, U V to the power I means we raise the second string, that is V to the power I, and the fourth string, that is X to the power I. And after this raising this string, if still this string belongs to L, then the language is context free, otherwise not. Second condition is that if the length of the V, W and X is less than or equal to this pumping length, then it is also context free, otherwise not. And the last condition is that the length of the V and X is greater than or equal to 1, then the language is context free, otherwise not. But if all these 3 conditions are satisfied at the same time, then only we can say that the language is context free. So we take one example and determine that whether a language is context free or not by this pumping lemma. Okay, so the example is that we have to prove this, that the language 0 to the power n, 1 to the power n, 2 to the power n where n is greater than or equal to 0 is not context free. So as we know that to prove a language whether it is a context free or not, we use a pumping lemma. Similar manner where as we already did in the pumping lemma for the regular language. So first to prove this language, we start from the contradiction. We start from a contradiction by assuming that the language is context free. That the language is context free. So if we assume that the language is context free, then it means, this is the first step, that we assume that the language is context free. Then if it is a context free language, then it has some pumping length, or you can say it holds some pumping length that is C. Okay, if this L is a context free language, this means that it holds a pumping length that is C. Now we select a string W from this language L, okay, and in the language like 0 to the power C, because C is the pumping length, so we raise the string with the pumping length C. So 0 to the power C, 1 to the power C, and 2 to the power C. So this W, this W is a string which is from the language L, or you can say this W belongs to L, where it generates a language which is in the format of 0 to the power C, 1 to the power C, and 2 to the power C. Now we divide, the next step is, now we divide, or you can say split W into 5 substrings. What are the 5 substrings? U, V, W, X and Y. Okay, and we divide this string into this 5 length substring in the same manner that they generate this type of language only, that is 0 to the power C, 1 to the power C, and 2 to the power C. Now to break W, or you can say to split W, we assume a pumping length that is C is equal to 3. You can take 2, 4, any number. Okay, so I am taking C as a 3. C is pumping length. So I have to raise this string with 0 to the power 3, 1 to the power 3, and 2 to the power 3. So the string becomes 0 to the power 3, 1 to the power 3, and 2 to the power 3. And this string generates 3 times 0, 3 times 1, and 2 times 0. So this is W, a string that belongs to the language L, which we are assuming that they are context free language, and if it is language is a context free, then it raise some pumping length that is C, and we are assuming that the C equals to 3. Now we consider all the possibilities. Now we consider all the possibilities to divide the string W, into the 5 length string, that is U, V, W, X and Y. Okay, and then we check the following that 3 conditions. What are the 3 conditions? The conditions are, the first condition is that for all I is greater than 0, U, V to the power I, W, X to the power I and Y belongs to L. Second is that the length of the V, W, X is less than or equal to C, and the third condition is that the length of V of X is greater than or equal to 1. So if for this 5 length string, we have to only raise the second string and the fourth string. Okay, so first we consider all the possibility to divide the string W into U, V, W, X, Y. So case 1 is, first we consider the case 1, that V, only V and X. Why I am taking V and X? Because I have to raise only second string and the fourth string. So the second string is V and the fourth string is W. So I am taking all the possibility for V and X only. Okay, so the case 1 is that V and X each contain only one type of symbol. One type of symbol means either it contains 0, 1 or 2. Okay, so the W is 3 times 0, 3 times 1 and 2 times 2. Now I am taking V and X such that it contain only one type of symbol. Suppose if this 2 0 I am taking as V, okay, and this 2 times 2 I am taking as X. So V only contain 0 and X contain only 2. So if I am taking this V and X, then the remaining string will become, this is U, this whole becomes W and this become Y. So I am splitting this W into 5 length string, that is U, V, W, X, Y. First case is that I am taking V and X that contain only one type of symbol. So V contain only 0 and X contain only 2. Now I am considering that whether for this particular case can the following condition, the first condition is that for all I is greater than or equal to 0, U, V to the power I, W, X to the power I and Y belongs to L or not. Okay, so for checking I am taking I equals to 2 here. So the string becomes U, V to the power 2, W, X to the power 2 and Y, and let me check whether this particular string belongs to L or not. So for this U, V to the power 2, W, X to the power 2 and Y, so from this case U is 1 times 0, so I am taking 0. V to the power 2 is means 2 times V, so V is 2 times 0, so I am taking V 1 and 2. Then W is 3 times 1. X is 2 times 2, 2 times 2, so it becomes 4 times, and the rest is Y. So for this particular condition the string becomes now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0 to the power 5, 1 to the power 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 2 to the power 5. So can this language belongs to L? No. So this language does not belongs to L. So in this manner, if one of the following condition does not satisfy, then the particular language or a given language is not context free. Okay, so this is for case 1. Now I am taking another case, that is case 2. Case 2 say that either V or X has more than one kind of symbol. Okay, first case is that V and X contain only one type of symbol. For that case the language does not belong to L. Now let me check that for the case 2, that either V or X has more than one kind of symbol, then the language belongs to L. Now check. So W becomes 3 times 0, 3 times 1 and 2 times 2. Now if I am taking I equal to 0, I equal to 2 here, so the string becomes U, V to the power 2, W, X to the power 2 and Y belongs to L or not. Let me check. So if I am taking V or X, either V or either X has more than one kind of symbol. Suppose I am taking this 0, 1 as X, sorry, not X, it is V. Okay, so this V contain one string 0 and one string 1, so it contain more than one kind of symbol. Okay, so this is V and this single 2 is as X, so the remaining string will become U, 1, 1, 2 is W and this is Y. Now for this condition take the value U, U is 2 times 0, V is 0, 1, so 0, 1, 0, 1, W is 1, 1, 2, X is 2, 2 and Y is 2. Now let me check. 1, 2, 3, this 3, 0 followed by 1, 0 followed by 1, 3 times 1, 4 times 0, 4 times 2. So this language, this particular language does not belongs to L. So in either cases, for case 1 and case 2, the generated language does not belongs to L, then we can say that we can say that give the three condition are not satisfy at the same time, so therefore the given language is 0 to the power n, 1 to the power n, 2 to the power n, where n is not equal to greater than or equal to 0, is not context free. So this is how the pumping lemma for the context free language can be used as a tool to prove that a language is not context free language. Okay, so I hope you have understood this, and if you have any doubt, then you can ask in our comment section, or you can send your query to our business email ID, that is itechnicallearning@gmail.com. So keep watching our video. Thank you so much.